Hi, this is Marina from Darkstar Astrology, bringing you the 2022 horoscopes. But before we begin, during the video you will see some images of my Darkstar designs on Etsy, the new shop, and the theme really is esoterica, witchy type celestial designs. So I'll leave the links to the individual ones below, and also including this moon phase t-shirt as well. So if you could give them a like, even if you don't buy anything, it doesn't matter. It all supports the channel and it's most appreciated. So without any further ado, let's get on to the horoscopes. Virgo, your keywords for 2022 are haunted by an ex, mystical teachings, Kundalini awakening, inheritance, daring investments, spiritual warrior, holiday romances, online success, psychic vampire alert, ruthless business tactics, pacing yourself at work, keeping your body temple pure. So Virgo, in 2022, you should be enjoying lucky Jupiter in your marriage house currently, but don't get distracted by the luscious forbidden fruit congregating in your lover's zone, which is Capricorn for you. So that's the fifth house, and Pluto's been in your fifth house, Capricorn, since 2008, and will enter Aquarius in your sixth house in January 2024. So Pluto in your fun house has been working in the background. Not sure how much fun he can have there though, because the taboo of Pluto and the house of sex are an interesting mix to say the least. It's more likely that Pluto in your fifth house has felt like a yearning for a deep soul connection with someone. And if you have that deep love with your long-term partner, all well and good. However, this extended period with Pluto may feel like a lover from the past is haunting you at times, and you'll feel it even more with Venus retrograde coming up. So Venus retrograde from the end of this year, 2021, going into January and the whole of January of 2022. And that's going to be a very dark Cupid Venus retrograde, where she will slow down and switch direction while in the grips of this very haunting Pluto for you. So it'll be a mix of fun and games too, with Venus being flirty and playful there as well. Now, it's also unusual because Venus will meet Mars twice, and the first conjunction will happen in that saucy fifth house. You will enjoy returning to the places of your misspent youth with this conjunction in your children's zone. During this enjoyable period, you can be utterly hedonistic. The only significant danger here is having a silly accident while overindulging. So get a responsible person to be your eyes and ears for the next few weeks. So that's, yes, basically over Christmas and into January. So you'll be acting like a teenager, so don't operate any heavy machinery or drive while under the influence. Most days you will feel like cotton candy has invaded your brain and you're seeing life through rose-tinted spectacles. Even if you don't like pink, everything seems to have fluffy edging. Yes, this is the most sensual position for Venus, and it's just perfect for falling in love. However, you may fall easily quite heavily for a fantasy person. Hopefully, this unrequited love will only last until Venus is direct on January 30th next year, so in 2022. So then use this person as a muse to create art, music or poetry. If you're not creative yourself, then you will enjoy the artistic works of others in the theatre, cinema or in art galleries. During the first half of this period, which is December to January the 7th, Venus is in her prudent phase and be more likely to gain pleasure watching others playing around. While during the second half, January the 8th to the 30th, Lucifer Venus will want to play the fool herself. A silly sexual faux pas could happen, as I've already warned. Dark Cupid alert. Now, 2 days after Valentine's is the Venus conjunction Mars in Capricorn, that fifth house again. So you might get a very mysterious Valentine this year. Who is it from? You might never know. Is it that enigmatic ex again? Try not to let it spook you. Then we have the stellium seed moment, which is Mars conjunction Pluto, Venus conjunction Pluto, and Venus conjunction Mars, all at the end degrees of Capricorn and the first degree of Aquarius. So the stellium is very, very hot in such a sexual position in your chart, although the actual Venus-Mars conjunction does happen in your slave zone, saying no more. This combo is more likely to attract you if you have personal planets or your descendant around 27 degrees of Capricorn. Did I say attract you? No, affect you. If you have those signs, that degree, or the cardinal signs as well. And when Venus and Mars hit Pluto, it could be very hard to resist some temptation from a lover, but it will also really spice up a long-term relationship. So on a less cheeky note, that Venus conjunction with Mars could be very healing sexually. So stick some Marvin Gaye on your playlist and move with the rhythm. You know the song. So that's a bit hot under the collar. Let's move to Saturn challenges in 2022. Now, the worst thing you can do would be to run yourself ragged trying to be everything to everyone. Focus on the ground below your feet and plant as many seeds as possible when the soil is fertile. That way you can reap as much harvest as possible when Saturn crosses above the horizon of your chart into the next sign. So Venus conjunct Saturn. So yes, Aquarius for you is your sixth house, and this is going to occur on March 28th. So that just means really conserve energy as much as you can, work slowly, thoroughly and with care. This seed moment could help with work-life balance. Respect nature and its cycles during this time of deferred gratification. Your work ethic will feel entirely meaningful at this time, like you're part of a set of cogs running the wheels of your community. Saturn asks you that you do not work primarily for yourself, but because you want to serve your family or a broader family folk network. The other seed moment is Mars conjunct Saturn on April the 5th, and for you this means learning to organise yourself, very vital at this time. Time management and keeping to a schedule will help you feel less stressed. When things get overwhelmingly busy, stick to your timetable, or sticking to it will help avoid the temptation of working extra hours. You are vulnerable to losing more time to sick days in the long run, so it's not worth pushing yourself that hard. So I'm going to give you a sneak preview of Mars retrograde in Gemini, which is for members only on the website. So we all want to know about Mars retrograde because it's about relationships again, but this time it's the more steamy side. But depending where it is. So for you, it's in your 10th house of work, actually. So with Mars revving backwards in your career house, it could be a double-edged sword. You get an extra boost of ambition here, but it can also make you unduly scheming or even ruthless. However, Mars retrograde can be helpful in that you should be daring and pioneering in terms of pushing yourself out there in the world. It's always good to have courage. Now, this transit is a lot easier to handle if you are self-employed, and you will have the motivation to try new things without anyone holding you back. The only thing that does hold you back is that Mars can be pretty defensive while in retrograde, so you might not take public criticism too well. Oh, by the way, this is from November, so it's right at the end of the year, November the 2nd, into January of 2023, so it's quite a long time, Mars in this house. So you might also choose to leave a job when Mars goes direct after a build-up of frustrations in the workplace. And I would wait until Mars turns direct before making any leaving announcement. And you may want to say goodbye. You want to say goodbye holding a good reference in your hand. Mars often means brave new starts, sometimes made impulsively. However, you know you've looked at all options with the retrograde and you're not being too rash in your decision. Sometimes Mars slows down achievements in your career house, and Mars can feel quite frustrated with the pace and want things to bake a lot quicker. Resist the temptation to turn up the heat because you can't rush a good cake. The challenges with Mars here is thinking long term and realising you don't have to do everything at once. Another problem is finding it hard to work as a team player, and you will feel highly self-sufficient at this time.
So thanks for listening. That was part 1 of your 2022 horoscope. If you want to hear part 2, become a member at Darkstar Astrology, link below to the website, and you will get lots of added goodies as well. So thanks for supporting the channel. All the best. Bye-bye.